Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be unboxing the MacBook Pro. This is the 14-inch MacBook Pro that I got from the Apple Store today. And the reason I purchased the MacBook Pro now is because I really needed a personal laptop. In the past, I did have a personal laptop, but because I was primarily using my work laptop, I decided to send my personal laptop over to my brother so that he can make use of it, because I was doing my personal work in my work laptop as well, so I never needed the separate laptop. But now that I cannot use the work laptop for personal stuff, I decided to get a brand new personal laptop for me. So this is the 14-inch M2 Pro MacBook Pro. It has the 16 gigs of RAM because I thought that, I don't need the 32, 16 is more than enough. And it has the baseline storage, 512 gigs of storage, because that is more than enough for all the apps that I need to install locally. And for everything else, I can make use of the SSD that I have lying around at my place. So yeah, let's just unbox this now. As with Apple, there are pull tabs all over here, so we just need to take them out. There's one on the bottom. There we go. Now, what I'm trying to do here is lift this up. Here we have the 14-inch MacBook Pro. I got it in a silver colorway. The reason for that is, in the past, I've always used the gray colorway. So I was like, maybe let's try the silver. So that's what we have here. Let's put it to the side. So what else we get in the box? We basically get the Designed by Apple in California pamphlet. We have the MagSafe cable, as you can see right here. It's USB-C on one end and MagSafe on the other end. And we also have a wall outlet, and that's basically everything in the box. I think this is the base charger that you get, so not very powerful. I think maybe it's, how many watts is this? Yeah, it's a 67 watt outlet, as you can see here, if it focuses. So not the fastest, but good enough for the MacBook Pro. Now let's get to the star of the show, which is the MacBook. There you go. Looks amazing. There's the MacBook embossing on the back, as you can see here. It is pretty good. I like it. Now if we open this lid, as you heard, this is powering on. You can see the Apple logo here as well. Let's take this out. It's saying hello. So the reason I decided to go with the 14 instead of the 16 was because for work, I was using the 16-inch MacBook Pro with the M1 Max chip, but this one is the 14-inch M2 Pro chip. So I was like, yeah, 16 was too big and it added a little bit of weight on the backpack as well. So I was like, maybe for my personal laptop, I'm just gonna go with the 14-inch because I always connect it to an external display as well. And if I need to work out of a cafe, this takes less space as well on the table so that I can fit my Mac, my coffee, and whatever I need to have on the desk. So I just thought for a personal laptop, the 14-inch is the good laptop. I also thought that maybe I should buy the 15-inch MacBook Pro, although it is a bigger screen size, it is lighter. But then I thought to myself, when it comes to power, I'm gonna be much more happier with the M2 Pro 14-inch MacBook Pro. So that's why I decided to go with the MacBook Pro 14-inch with the M2 Pro chip instead of the M2 MacBook Air. So yeah, I think this is gonna be good. It's gonna help me with my personal stuff as well as video editing and everything. So what I'll do next is sign in with my Apple ID, install all my apps and everything, and get started. So the difference between the last year 14-inch M1 Pro MacBook Pro and this year's 14-inch M2 Pro MacBook Pro is that the HDMI port that you can see here, on this year's it's HDMI 2.1, whilst the last year it was HDMI 2.0. This year, the MacBook Pro also has the support for Wi-Fi 6E, which the last year's model didn't. So yeah, there's like minor changes. It's more of an update rather than an upgrade, but the M2 Pro is definitely powerful than the M1 Pro. So I was like, might as well get this one. I think I'm gonna be very happy with it, having this for my personal use. I could have gone to the refurbished site and then maybe gotten a 14-inch M1 Max MacBook Pro, but I was like, let's just try the M2, and I didn't want the M2 Max because that would have been overkill for what I need it for. So I would save a lot of money going the M2 Pro route, so that's why I got the 14-inch M2 Pro MacBook Pro. So yeah, the other benefit I get choosing this over the MacBook Air as well is that the 15-inch MacBook Air is definitely powerful for everything I need to do, but it doesn't have fan, which means that if I am doing something a little bit resource heavy and if it needs to cool down, what the MacBook Air is going to do is throttle the performance to cool down. But with the MacBook Pro, what's gonna happen is it's gonna kick in the fan so that it doesn't have to throttle the performance. So that's pretty good. And the MacBook Pro also has a lot of the ports. So you can see here, we have the MagSafe, 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports, the headphone jack. We also have the HDMI 2.1, 1 Thunderbolt 4 here as well, SD card reader. If you look at the MacBook Air, you will only get 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports and the MagSafe and a headphone jack. That's pretty much it. There is no HDMI in the 15-inch MacBook Air. So this is gonna be really good when it comes to connecting peripherals. So I'm gonna be very much happy with this one. So yeah, that's been it. I just wanted to unbox this. I will definitely make a follow-up video in about 2-3 weeks to give like my in-depth thought about how I find this to be. Did I make the right choice going the 14-inch M2 Pro MacBook Pro, or should I have gotten the M2 Max or something? So stay tuned for that. I'll leave it here for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, peace.